Hello everybody, welcome back once again. I have got yet another garbage tier triangle strategy character guide for you. You know what though, I have to be honest, I probably haven't been entirely fair to Picoletta. Towards the end of the game, she does get pretty solid. Mostly because of her evasion stat, she actually ends up getting enough to the point where she's actually, again, pretty good. I also may not have been completely fair to her throughout my playthroughs because I just really kind of refused for a very long time to use items a lot, and that's her thing. Like offensive items, that is. She is able to throw out those offensive items very far and deal more damage than normal with them. So again, I probably really should have just been using her differently for my entire playthrough. But most of the time, all I did was use a decoy and then use her like ball toss the whole time, which was really just honestly dumb. And I really should have been a little bit better about actually using some items. But I'm cheap and I just didn't do it. So again, I just wasn't using her honestly as well as I could have, and really underutilizing her, to be completely honest. But anyways, all right. So let's take a look here. So I've got her with 2 evasion bracelets. You know, this isn't viable early on in the game because your evasion stat is just not going to be good enough to make it, you know, any good. So probably, speed is always a good choice. There's probably a lot of other accessories as well that would work as well because, you know, being that I like to stack speed on so many characters, there's only so many speed accessories though. So, you know, Picoletta is probably somebody that's not going to end up with them because her base speed is actually pretty decent as well. So, yeah, again, kind of your call. You could, you know, give her some more defense, right, to kind of shore up. She's a little bit on the low side, not as bad as like the pure mages, but also not, you know, not really even, you know, at the average defense of your characters or of your party. But strength, not that great. But honestly, you just shouldn't be using her physical attack anyway, which unfortunately I did a lot. Just because, again, I was being cheap and I shouldn't have been. Physical defense, you know, again, not great. Maybe bump it up if you want to. Magic attack is pretty good, though. A 46, I mean, that's not like, you know, mage levels of magic attack, but definitely better than some, not as good as others. Magic defense, though, pretty good, slightly above average. Her luck is about average, you know, kind of mid-tier. Accuracy, not so great, over with a 49, although I don't really remember... Regardless, I mean, I don't recommend using her physical attacks anyway, so the accuracy doesn't matter as much. You want to be throwing magic items with her. Speed is good, definitely above average at 27. So again, like early on, I would probably say it's better to just stack some speed on her. She's, you know, she can get around the map pretty easily, and also because of her item launcher, she can stay pretty safe. So right, kind of just keep her back behind your tanks. And throw some magic items, and again, I really would boost up her speed a bit at the beginning of the game. At the end, though, you can transition into evasion. Again, she's got an 84 with these two. Obviously, she's getting an extra 10, so her evasion is 74, but I'm also going to give her a buff that's going to bring her up to 90. So, again, that's definitely viable at the end of the game to build this up. Her jump is a 3, that's higher than average. And then her movement is 6, which also, again, higher than average. She's, you know, on par with Roland, Hasabara, and some of the others. But all right, so item launcher increases targetable range by 2 when using an item on an enemy. There you have it, and that is why she is really good with items, and specifically, you know, the ranged ice stones or ranged fire stones. Definitely be using that. Her decoy is good too. Summon a clone on a selected square. Clones previously summoned with this ability will disappear. Most of the time, clones will not live that long. I always play on hard mode, and so they usually don't survive all that long, but they are a great way to draw fire from the enemy. Any time where your actual characters aren't taking damage is a good thing. Also, I saw some questions on whether or not the clones have any relationship to the Plume of Immortality. They don't. Feel free to kill as many clones as you want. There are no moral obligations and no obligations when it comes to the the Plume of Immortality. You will still get that, as long as your actual party members never die. Intensive items. Increases damage dealt by items used on enemies. There you have it. So, again, she is a item specialist. You are supposed to be throwing, you know, magic attack items at them and from far away, because they will do more damage. Ball toss, garbage, deal physical damage to either a single enemy or an ally. I don't really know why you're able to throw at allies, but I did it once in a while for extra experience to level her up, but I don't really know why they made that eligible. Maybe there's something I'm missing with that, but also kind of funny, I guess. And then here, illusion vanish. So it says your clone explodes when defeated in battle, dealing proportionate physical damage to adjacent enemies. I mean, that's okay, right? It's better than nothing. It's a shame though that it's not magic damage, right? Because her magic attack is better. But yeah. Anyways, yeah. Let the clones blow up, and hopefully they blow up next to enemies. Switch places. Literally never used this. Switch places with your clone. I was trying to imagine times where this would be good, but it's usually just not. Where's decoy? So the decoy is range of 1 to 4, height and plus minus 10. You could throw out a decoy, I guess, like up high, and then switch places with it, so like you're kind of safe, but it's a waste. That'd be 5 TP to do that. You know, so I don't know. I just never use this. I don't think it's good. Maybe it's situational, right? Like she's fallen behind or something, and yeah, I don't know. Her clone has caught up with the rest of the group, and then boom, switch places. Now you're with the rest. I just there's very few scenarios where I see this actually ending up being any good. Next up though is Copycat. This is kind of crazy, honestly. I used this on what was it? Is it Roland's route on Gustadolf? To cast like Blizzard or something like that, and it is nuts because you can copy like the boss abilities. So she may be good also like on some of the at the end of the game on some of those like the end game bosses, right? Like I never tried to copy like the Hierophant's. I forgot what the name of that ability is. It's like, is it like Divine Judgment or something like that? The one where if she uses it and your characters have 3 TP or more, it like absolutely nukes their pants off. So I don't know. I never tried to copycat that, but that might be, you know, kind of interesting if you can do that. But it says anyway, chance to copy the last ability used by a selected enemy. Copied abilities can only be used once. So it's interesting, but you know, I don't know. I never really used it. So the other thing with this is it takes you a turn to copy it. There's a chance that you fail, and if you fail, you know, you've completely wasted a turn. So I don't know. I don't really like it. I think that she's honestly just better throwing items, right? Like it seems like it's, oh, that's really cool, but you know, for one thing, the chance that she can fail is pretty lame. But also, then you can only use that ability once, which I suppose is supposed to be good, like spam Blizzard or whatever, or, you know, Divine Judgment. That would be pretty brutal too, and pretty overpowered. But all right, anyways, let's actually see her in combat here. So I gave her a twofold turn, so I'll have her act twice. Whoops, what am I doing? Oh, I'm on the wrong character. So I'm going to use the Elude ability on Picoletta to bring up her evasion. And now we can take a look here. There it's all the way up to 90. Again, she started at 84. Elude adds 6. So it's actually going to be pretty tough to hit her. I'll throw out a decoy here just for fun. And then let's do I don't know, let's do some sort of nuke here. Should we do Thunderstone? How much is this going to do? Yeah, look at the range on this too. So this is what I was talking about. You can really stay really safe with her. Let's actually throw it at this guy. Ooh, 138. If you've got like an Azana making rain puddles, you know, you can you know, potentially paralyze enemies that are standing in the rain, right? If you're using those Thunderstones. There's a couple of levels in the game as well, like the flight from the source. And under the goddess, something like that. It's basically the end of the game in High Zant. where you're at the source, and basically there's water everywhere, and it's just fantastic for any character that's using lightning.
I won't hold you back.
Decoys are fun because you know, they'll trigger follow-ups from your other characters. They also, again, they draw fire, which actually is really good. You know, an extra target means that, you know, the enemies may be targeting that decoy instead of an actual character. Then let's just heal it. We don't want our decoy blowing up quite yet. Oh, there it goes. They just blew up. That hit was completely pointless.
I'll do my best.
Alright, she's gonna do her best. Okay, I can't really copycat. Oh, I am not in range of anything. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. She does really good damage with these items, so I really wish that I would have used them more often. I kind of wanted her to take some hits here.
Let us try
Oh, of course, and then she did take a hit. Not the kind that I wanted, though. I actually wanted her to avoid that.
I'm afraid this may hurt.
Let's see if I could actually... I should have moved her kind of up towards the other enemies as well, to maybe have her draw some fire. I want to see her actually dodge something. Seems like she hasn't done that. And at 90, you know, 90 evasion, she really should be dodging a little bit more, but getting a little unlucky. Let's do now.
There is always a way.
What should I do?
Let's see here how much. There you go. So what was that? 3 items there, and that guy died. I mean, that's a lot. That seems like a lot, but
Let's go.
I don't know. It's it is what it is. Let's see.
May this be enough.
There you go. There's a miss.
I shall try my level best.
Get her out in the middle of nowhere so she can actually show off her elite dodging
I can do
skills.
this. Stay strong. Ready or not, here I come.
Her elude is already worn off. So usually what I would do then is might as well just do an evasion spite, right? Or spice. It's not going to be quite as good. You know, 1 point less evasion, but... Oh, a miss.
Victory is not yet out
Yeah,
of
yeah.
reach.
These guys are getting slaughtered over here, and she's doing fine.
Let us reverse our
I'll give these enemies a couple more shots on me, and then we'll call it a day. Oh, took that one though to the chin.
Let's go. Ready or not, here
Oh,
I
I
come.
guess it's her turn again already, but anyways, you get the idea. She actually, you know, gets okay evasion, I suppose, at the end of the day, or at the end of the game, I should say. All right, let's go back and we'll take a look at our weapon abilities. Cancel, yes, I would like to do that actually. But yeah, definitely somebody that's more useful for hanging out behind the front line, throwing out, you know, items, throw out a decoy here and there to distract the enemies and reduce, you know, damage that your allies are taking. Alright, where is she at? Down here towards the bottom. Alright, so she's got a potency increase on her weapon. Max HP, increase the damage dealt by ball toss, lame. Accuracy, and then evasion. Honestly, I'd probably go with the evasion first, then the HP, then the potency, then accuracy, then the damage on ball toss. Ball toss is garbage, but whatever. It was a good way to actually just get some extra experience for a long time there. It only costs 1 TP, so you can keep using it. Next up is her tier 2 weapon ability. So she's got weapon damage, she's got speed, and then movement by 1 or the jump. I definitely think that the movement is better, and then evasion by 2. My opinion, you go with the speed by 1 first, then the movement, then the evasion, then the potency. And then lastly, you've either got potency or copycat. You probably might as well just get the copycat because she doesn't do any damage with her. She doesn't do any, or much damage with her weapons anyway. So I don't know. Definitely. Well, I should say it's not just with her weapons. I think this actually does increase the potency on just your like items as well, right? Your overall damage. But yeah, I would definitely go with Copycat first. That's kind of an interesting ability. I'll be honest though, I didn't really use it that much, so it's kind of your choice. But anyways, that's pretty much it for Picoletta. Again, keep her behind the tank line, use items, don't be cheap like me, and then throw out some decoys to distract enemies. But anyways, that is going to be it for this one. As always, hope the guide was helpful, and thank you for watching.